Today, we become legends.
Hey, my name's Inter, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a Smite 2 deep dive on the Hecate rework to go over. Of course, Hecate, when she was originally revealed, a little bit of a disappointment, especially for the first god ever coming to Smite 2. You know, I was kind of hoping that they would show off some more of, like, the new systems and some cooler interactions and mechanics within her kit. She seemed a little bit basic, especially with the previous ult, where it was just basically 3 bra beams, and the animation looked a bit janky, so they essentially took her back to the drawing board. That's why she's not been in the alpha. And they're going to be giving her a substantial rework to her kit, so hopefully she'll be available in, like, maybe the next alpha. That would be cool to see, considering they're already releasing a little bit of content on, like, the rework. It's probably getting close to being finalized now, at least in terms of alpha testing. But yeah, let's just jump in and give this a watch.
Hey, I'm AJ, or High-Res Ajax. I'm the design director on Smite 2. Every Smite god that launches, there's a wide variety of opinions about it, right? There's people who think this god is amazing and perfect, and there's people who say, oh, we gotta rework this character already. We had...
Yeah, of course. Everyone's gonna have their favorites and their least favorites. Yeah, it just kind of blow my mind that people do have fun playing Arachne and enjoy that character design.
An early version of Hecate in the pre-alpha tests. We also did a little bit of a sneak peek preview with some developer behind the scenes type of stuff. And the community, as they usually do, was really focusing in on things, giving a lot of really specific details, looking for things that were missing or added. Now, they didn't see everything about that character, but we had a lot of different tests in a lot of different places, and we really just wanted to add some more to her. And the players who saw what they saw wanted to add some more, and the testers, the closed testers, also were like, we could probably do some more, and we're taking that time to do that. And a big focus.
Yeah, as an internal tester, I didn't actually get to play Hecate. I think I missed the test that she was in. But yeah, people closed testing and stuff like the ambassador program had played Hecate, and they were giving some substantial feedback on her. And obviously when the community saw her kit revealed, it just didn't really hit the mark. Like, the only real interesting thing in her kit was the 2 that, like, absorbed energy from other people's abilities and then did more damage based on that. That might still be in her kit, I'm not entirely sure. They don't really fully reveal the entire kit in this video, but they do reveal a lot of details. And I guess she had the interaction where she could, like, put buffs on towers and stuff like that. That's kind of cool, but yeah, they're going to be substantially reworking her.
Focus has been, how do we collect this feedback? How do we process it? How do we implement it? You can always come up with a long list of things of why we shouldn't do that, but you're always better served by looking into, okay, this pitch from this community discussion is crazy, but how can we deliver it? What parts of that can we deliver? How we can deliver the general experience, but not in the same way that they're suggesting? And it's a big...
Yeah, sometimes community suggestions are just something that would not actually, like, work in the game. But taking inspiration from them is good, you know. A lot of people that play this game a lot and have a really in tune with the game, they generally have good ideas on, like, what the game could be. And of course, I'm not a game dev. I've suggested many ideas in the past for characters and, like, reworks and new characters and stuff like that. I've got, like, plenty of god concepts and rework concepts on my channel. But I'm not a game dev, and I imagine a lot of the things that I do suggest probably just would not really work in the game. You know, be that for a technical reason, or for, like, a gameplay balance reason, or whatever, where it just wouldn't really work. But I think taking those ideas on board, you know, especially just the general consensus that, like, Hecate needed a more interesting kit, especially considering she was so highly requested. She's the first Smite 2 new god. You want to showcase some of those new systems. And while it has been a little bit sad to be playing Smite 2, you know, with only Smite 1 characters, you know, it's quite exciting to have a new character in there that, you know, is never going to be in Smite 1 and that you can try out in Smite 2 for the alpha and stuff like that. I think it is important that they did go back to the drawing board with this, because if they released her in such a disappointing state, that's kind of a bad precedent for, like, the future of god releases in Smite 2.
And it's a big attitude shift. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of reminding yourself to stay in that attitude, but it has really good results. A lot of gods, you look at the mythology and they're like god of fire, god of the sun, god of the sea. Hecate is like the god of, like, 19 things. So
yeah,
it's very hard to make a kit that delivers on
some ability stuff here. So the AO1, I think that's similar or the same to what it was before. The 2 definitely looks different though. You know, it's got some kind of, like, forward projectile instead of, like, summoning that thing in the air. I honestly can't remember what, like, her base, like, kit was beforehand. The 3 seems to look like it's still kind of similar in terms of, like, going into the spirit world and stuff like that.
With the new release of Hecate, we're really leaning into the transitions, doorways, thresholds type of design.
Yo!
She's a triplicate god.
Giannis with boobs? Let's fucking go, boys.
This are often thought of as having clones or, like, 3 versions of herself. So we're bringing that into the kit more than the original version had. And we're leaning into her mysticism and sorcery and witchcraft type of designs with using the clones as a visual tool. The other thing...
Okay, so which ability is that?
The clone.
Okay, that's a 1, I think.
With using the clones as
that's a 1, so if I was out, like,
the other thing we're going to be doing...
So it looks like just a standard line damage ability, but it does use the clones in like a visual way.
Is a brand new ultimate. It has a much more
here we go, the old
unique
rework
gameplay effect on the map, on the game, on the teams, on the team comp. Hecate's new ultimate is going to be able to hit opponents, and if they're far away, bring them close to her, or if they're close to her, send them far away. Put enemies out of place, potentially all
Okay, dude, that's kind of crazy.
From a long range away.
And then you can teleport with the interact key?
But wait, there's more. Hecate ultimate, after you fire the attack, will also leave a deployable that allies can interact with to also optionally take the teleport travel either way. So we're still messing with a lot of the variables. We still are in a lot of temp visuals for these new abilities. And some temp variables,
dude.
It's a big ability. It's got a big warm-up,
That's definitely a lot better than the previous ult, just 3 ra beams. Yeah, that's really interesting, man. I would like to be able to choose whether I'm going to throw them away or towards me. Like, it seems like it's range-based, like a bit like your Moja 3, where like if you place it close to yourself, it's going to teleport them away, and if you place it far from yourself, it's going to teleport them towards you, a bit like a Moja 3 style mechanic. But it'd be nice to have some like way of more concretely choosing which way you want to teleport them.
Place potentially all of the enemies.
That's pretty sick, dude.
From a long
That's pretty
away,
sick.
And do some.
I think you can teleport afterwards as well.
But wait, there's more. Hecate ultimate, after you fire the attack, will also leave a deployable that allies can interact with to also optionally take the teleport travel either way. So we're still messing with a lot of the variables. We still are in a lot of temp visuals for these new.
Yeah, I feel like if you're teleporting enemies away from you, your team following up, it could be impactful. You know, if you're low and you want to disengage, but the rest of your team are still fine taking the fight, then they can follow them or whatever. But generally, like the teleport after the fact, you know, if you're pulling enemies in towards your team aren't going to want to teleport to where the enemy team was for the most part. So it's probably going to be a little bit weird in terms of using it after you've used the ability to reposition enemies. But I guess you can also use the ability not on enemies and just use it to like teleport, you know, horror assault style, like behind a Phoenix or into the Gold Fury pit or something like that. Oh yeah, actually, no, I didn't think about that. Like, if you're on the outside of Gold Fury pit and you use this on the inside of the Gold Fury pit, it's going to bring those enemies to you, and then your team can teleport to where the enemies initially were, and you can steal Gold Fury off of them. Yeah, no, there is actually, like, gameplay relevance to that, like, After Effect teleport. Yeah, that's going to be crazy for objective steals, man, or even just, like, diving in general, like diving Phoenixes, diving towers. You can just pull the enemies out of the tower, and then your team can jump straight into the tower, like send your tanks in there or whatever. That's interesting, dude. It's definitely a lot cooler than her previous ult design, that's for sure.
Abilities and some temp variables, but it's a big ability. It's got a big warm-up, big visuals, big clarity phase, so you don't just get hit with this out of nowhere, but then it's really impactful and has a lasting impact, and it fits her themes a lot better than our earlier.
Dude, that jiggle physics.
We're making change. We got good feedback, and we're implementing real change to the character based on that feedback. Can't wait to see it out there and see these new abilities really making a memorable impact on the battleground.
Yeah, dude, hopefully for the next alpha test she'll be there. I'm excited to actually get you guys some accounting gameplay in Smite 2. First new god, so kind of going to set a precedent, a lot riding on this, and it's good that they did go back to the drawing board and actually like make some improvements. Like, she is a mage, it's not really particularly the character that I'm looking forward to the most. You know, I'm looking for more new warriors, new assassins and stuff, especially some assassins, because there's like fucking 2 assassins in the game right now. But yeah, she does look cool. I'll definitely be trying her out if she's in the next alpha, which by the looks of this, she probably will be. It seems like they've got a sort of concrete design on what they want her kit to be now, and she'll probably end up being in Alpha 3, I would imagine. So that should be cool, but what do you guys think of Hecate? Do you think this is a good rework overall? Do you think it's better? Do you think it's worse? Do you think she's in a good state to be released now, based on what you've seen here? And yeah, I will catch you guys in another one later on. Have a great day, and peace out, you nerds.